Metafix is a show that teaches you how to think in the metagame. I am not here to give you the answers, nor am I going to tell you how to win. Metafix teaches you how to play in the metagame and how to react around the metagame and what is in the metagame. If you're looking for the answers, try HC Realms, check the forums, they have all kinds of neat toys and tools and teams being brought up, and check the results of a lot of the ROC tournaments or any Worlds tournaments to see how teams played out and what teams were used for. I'm just here to help you think.
Alright guys, everybody's talking about them. Let's continue that conversation. I know a couple weeks back I talked about World's Finest and the meta. I believe I briefly spoke about the Kingdom Come chases. I always have one of these episodes that looks like it costs a lot of money or makes it look like I have more money than I actually do. So let's talk about Kingdom Come. Now, every single figure in this chase set is bonkers good. Let's just get that off of my chest now. They're all bonkers, whack-knocky, amazing. I'm making words up to describe them. That's how good they are. And what you're getting out of these figures, though their dials aren't particularly long, they are 100% pure quality dials. You're getting 300 point figures nowadays without the bloat that comes at the end of the dial that makes the figure seem, to drop off. And that is okay as a figure in itself. We've already seen in the metagame, the Shazam has made a lot of noise just being a character. He's got 15 movement with hypersonic and he flies with an 11 attack with super strength, 4 damage, and he only clocks in at 170 points with Wildcard on top of the new KC team ability changes, which Amber discussed as well if you check out that episode. You have also at 170 the long range Green Lantern. 9 range combat expert, 12 attack with telekinesis, I guess. Running shot with a 20 defense with invincible. Ooh boy. There's a Superman who's 200 points and is also another quality dial. Spectre at 130 with 2 dodges when you include the KC team ability. Wonder Woman with a 13 attack. Prop out of that one. But what these figures also come with is a very small dial. A 1-click dial that sits on their 11th click of the dial that comes with a specific utility tool that all these figures kind of help make these figures stand out. Now, out of the 6 figures, you got the Superman, the Wonder Woman, and the Batman kind of do a thing. Superman, if I remember correctly, is incapacitate. Thank you, Amber. Wonder Woman has support, which helps some healing. The Batman comes with Outwit, doesn't need line of fire. Outwit is good if you are expecting other Kingdom Come characters, because a lot of the new ones, the chases, come with that trait that says they can't be outwitted except by other Kingdom Come figures. So, an important element. But I do want to draw attention to the other 3. The trinity of itself that works well with another trinity that may involve sin. Now, I'm not being specific about those characters. I'm just saying that they all share a common keyword, and that is mystical. Remember the first episode of MetaLab, the Metafix that I did? And I did a whole episode on how the mystical keyword is probably one of the most potent keywords. It's back. And it's really, really potent again. I want to point out why with these figures specifically. The Green Lantern adds a 9 range barrier to your repertoire, along with a perplex that doesn't require a line of fire. That is good. In addition to which, she adds the JSA team ability to your repertoire. And there's quite a few mystical characters who happen to be wildcards. The Question is one that comes to mind from the Flash set. Very, very cool. And he can, if I remember correctly, that one can also copy team abilities from characters who share keyword with them, even if they're uncopyable, including that new Kingdom Come team ability. The Spectre comes with a 12 range probability control that doesn't require a line of fire. And he also comes with the Mystical team ability and the Kingdom Come team ability. And then you have Shazam, who has an ability, this one's more unique, that adds, you can give him a double power action and take an action token away from a character who's adjacent to him. Now what adds to that as well is he's got Defend with an 18 defense. So those three figures also come in at a very small point value. The Shazam at 30, the Green Lantern also at 30, and Spectre at 35. As well, if one of these guys happens to be the last character on your team, you have a last ditch effort to come back in the game. I want to look at the Shazam specifically on that one because he comes with running shot, pulse wave, 3 range, but that's still a 2 range pulse wave with probability control and an 11 attack. The Spectre and the Green Lantern aren't as good, though the Spectre does have phasing, precision strike with some shape change to kind of keep him in the game, and the Green Lantern, sidestep, range combat expert, 18 defense. That's in the late stages of the game, if these guys happen to be your last figures, that could be a rescue effort of your game if you're careful with them. In addition to which, it doesn't necessarily have to be one of them as the last character. Is your opponent's dice hot? Are they rolling a lot of critical hits? You're going to get a lot of extra guys on the board because the critical hits from your opponents also trigger that ability and allow you to bring these guys on that last click prior to those, or before KO. So understand that these 30-point characters are ticking time bombs that are also already amazing to have on the board for their point value. I can't stress enough how useful it is to have those 3 guys added to the mystical repertoire, to have Wonder Woman possibly adding some support, Superman able to add Incapacitate and some lockdown to your team if necessary, and Batman to be able to outwit other Kingdom Come team ability characters. It's a really good collection of guys that can really help a lot of teams depending on what you need at the time. So, on that note, I just want to say thank you guys for watching. Remember, if you happen to pull one of these chases, don't just look at that big dial, look at the small dial as well, because it could find itself onto your Worlds, your Nationals, or whatever major rock tournament that you have coming up team to add to the effectiveness of that. Beyond that, as always, guys, once you get a chance to get your hands on these guys, get a chance to play with them because practice will make your team better.
The opinions and thoughts brought to you in Metafix are not meant for the casual game at the table.
Married with Clix is brought to you in part by MajesticCCG.com. Check out the new premium site with MajesticCCG.com/Apex-Insiders. Check the link below. Trust me. Trying to remember that from me talking? Not going to help. You'll get awesome articles at $3 a month, with the first month being free, from amazing writers such as Paris Gordon, Easton Brock, Aaron Cantu. I'm even going to be contributing occasionally. And if you're familiar with the Meta Lab, check out some of Mike Payne's articles. So, check it out again, MajesticCCG.com/Apex-Insiders for your look into the minds of some of the greats.